A review of criticality accidents, Part 1, Process Accidents, link in the description below. The 22 criticality accidents that occurred during process operations are each described in 1 to several pages, accompanied by schematics and photographs when available. These are the accidents that are directly relevant to process criticality safety. In all cases, the level of detail is sufficient to understand the physical conditions. The neutronic, physical, radiological, and human consequences of the accidents are presented. Causes are included for those accidents for which this information was reported in the original documentation or was available from those with first-hand knowledge. As supplements to the descriptions, 2 new sections have been added to Part 1 of this revision. The first new section presents the results of simplified reconstructions of the physical and neutronic aspects of each accident. These reconstructions are compared to known conditions for criticality. In addition, the energy releases, both the first spike and total excursion yield, are discussed with respect to expected values based on data from the Silene, CRAC, and KEWB experiments. Complementing this section is Appendix B that contains diagrams of the vessels in which the 22 accidents occurred and tables showing the parameters, fissile mass, volume, etc. of the simplified reconstructions. In the second new section, observations and lessons learned, extracted from a thorough review of all the accidents, are presented. This process was necessarily subjective since in many cases there were obvious operator actions that were directly related to the accident, but seldom were the operator's thoughts reported. This summary of lessons learned should prove valuable as a training tool. It may also assist management by providing insight into major risk contributors, thus helping to reduce risks and to prevent accidents. Below are listed highlights of these 22 process accidents. 21 occurred with the fissile material in solutions or slurries. 1 occurred with metal ingots. None occurred with powders. 18 occurred in manned, unshielded facilities. 9 fatalities resulted. 3 survivors had limbs amputated. No accidents occurred in transportation. No accidents occurred while fissile material was being stored. No equipment was damaged. Only 1 accident resulted in measurable fission product contamination, slightly above natural levels, beyond the plant boundary. Only 1 accident resulted in measurable exposures, well below allowable worker annual exposure, to members of the public. Accident descriptions. The 22 accident descriptions are presented chronologically in this report without regard to country. Figures 2, 3, 4, and 5 are provided to orient the reader as to the accident locations in the Russian Federation, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Japan, respectively. The capital cities are also included, as well as Obninsk in Russia, where no accidents have occurred, but where the Russian co-editors of this report work at the IPPE. The IPPE houses the regulatory body that oversees the 4 production sites where the process accidents occurred. Click on the link below to see the figures just discussed.